security. So it might look like they all are different domains, but the truth is they all are same. But then the
What
question,
makes them different though? Yeah.
yeah. So what like, but the thing is, you will be focusing in one area. That doesn't mean that one area is actually. That doesn't mean that one area is actually an area where you have like a clear line demarcation between the other areas. That's not true. For example, let me share my screen. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
So hold on. Why am I not able to see the uh,
You open the paint. I don't know.
yeah, but I don't see the uh, like the pencil icon and etc. Where I usually use it to write. Hold on. Okay, no worries. I will just take this. For example, let us say there is something which is called as AppSec. Okay, AppSec is nothing but the application security. Correct.
Yes. Yes.
Now we have another domain which is called as SOC. SOC is nothing but Security Operations Center. Then we have a domain which is called as Audit, Security Audit and Compliance. This is another domain. Then we have another domain which is called as Network Security. This is one thing. Then we have something which is called as Cloud Security. Okay. Now, if somebody tells you, hey, I'm working in application security domain or I'm working in network security domain, it doesn't mean that they are having a clear demarcation with everything else. Why? Because the principles which govern application security, the principles which govern cloud security, the principles which govern audit, the principles which govern SOC, the principles which govern network security, all are same. But the footprint is different. Where is that the cyber security principles are going to impact is different. Where is that cyber security principles are going to impact is different. Is it making sense?
Yes.
But then what makes each of them different? One I told you the footprint of it. One you said, one we said it is actually the footprint. One we said it is actually the footprint. Now the domain is something that makes it a different. Application security, where is the domain? So it is going to be something which is called as product security. Product security. It can be web application, mobile application. If it is a website, we call it as a web application. If it is a mobile application, we call it as a mobile security. That is for the application security. Now, what is the cloud security? So we have different cloud. For example, AWS, we have GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and then Azure, and then Azure. These are the different streamlines. Then SOC, real-time monitoring. Real-time monitoring of threats which are attacking the different companies. That is for the security operations center. Then we have network. Network is like where the different computers are connected to each other and segregated based on the preferences. That is for the part of the network. That is one domain. Then we have something which is called as, for example, for audit. So auditing means whether is it a banking audit, whether is it a e-commerce audit, whether it is a, let us say a government audit, so on and so forth. So these are some things which are called as audit preferences. So these will be differentiating based on the domain. Is it clear?
Yes.
Any questions till now, Biruk?
No. No.
Okay. Now we have made a choice which is called as application security.
Yes.
Inside AppSec, what are the things that we are going to focus? Let me just clear this. Application security. So what is an application security? First of all, what is the life cycle of an application? Have you ever did you work in IT in any other domain, Biruk?
Yes.
Okay, which department? Like which domain?
SharePoint.
Okay, can you like explain me like what you do in SharePoint?
Technically,
Like
we have
yeah.
uh, three environments, which
Mm-hmm.
is the dev, the test, and the prod.
Mm-hmm.
So we technically use the dev to develop any kind of applications,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and it gets tested,
Mm-hmm.
and we move it to the test site. Then it
Okay.
gets tested there by the clients as well before
Mm-hmm.
we move it to production, and that's
Mm-hmm.
how we move it to production uh,
Mm-hmm.
after all the tests are done.
Okay. How does the tests happen?
We have testers,
Oh, manual testers or like
manual
human?
testers.
Okay. So when an application is getting created, like developed, the first thing that happens is there is a developer,
Yes,
and this developer will do something which is called as coding. Correct?
yes,
Coding also has two parts actually. One is design, number A. Second is program. Now, let us say we are in October 2025. In January 2026, I want to start developing an application. Okay. I want to build another Amazon. That is my requirement. I have a client from Japan who want to build another e-commerce website like Amazon, etc., eBay, Best Buy, etc. Now what I will do? The first part is design. So the design began in October 2025. Now what does the security team has to do with this? What does the security team has to do with this design? The security team will ensure that there is a thing which is called as threat modeling. There is a thing which is called as threat modeling. Now looking at the requirement, okay, looking at the requirement, we will know what might be wrong. Looking at the requirement, we will know what might be a security issue in the future. For example, the requirement says I want to have a login form for my e-commerce application. In having a login form, what kind of security issues might arise? That is a question. Having a login form, what kind of security issues that might arise? Clear?
Yes.
That is called as a threat modeling. So you figure out all the requirements. So October, November, December 2025, 3 months. You figure out all your requirements. You figure out all your requirements and then you prepare all the test cases. You figure out all the requirements and you figure out all the test cases and make sure what all are the requirements that you have and prepare what all are the security issues that might pop up. What all are the security issues that might pop up. That is called as threat modeling. That is called as threat modeling. Any doubts on threat modeling part?
Uh, it sounded like it's a testing,
No,
technical
no, it's
testing
not.
job.
No,
Hmm.
no, it's not. It is defining what may go wrong. It's not testing.
Okay.
Okay. I am building a car. When the car goes 100 kilometers per hour, will my airbags deploy if I meet with an accident? That is testing, correct?
Yes.
But at 50 kilometers per hour, at 100 kilometers per hour, at 150 kilometers per hour, the speed of which the airbag should open is different, correct? Here it should open in 0.5 seconds. Here it should open in 0.3 seconds. Here it should open in 0.2 seconds. Correct?
Yes.
Is this testing? I am deriving a formula. Correct?
Yes.
Testing means really you are putting a robot inside the car and crashing, doing the crash test. That is testing.
Okay.
But at a design phase of the car, I am checking what should be the response rate of a particular functionality. What do you
Okay.
call this?
Makes sense. Makes sense.
That is threat model. Testing will come later. I'll explain you. Testing will come later.
Okay.
Okay. So this is about the different parts of it. Any doubts? Any thoughts?
Oh,
Okay. Now programming part. I'm writing the code, right? I'm writing the programs. I'm building the application. When I'm building the application, what might go wrong? That is coming as a part of SAST, static application security testing. This is a subdomain inside AppSec, which is static application security testing, where you are going to do a review of coding or source code. Either you will do manual review or you will do automated. Okay, that is the static application security testing. Clear?
yes. I think this is by what my one of my coworkers mean last time. Uh, mentioning that I might have to know how a code works or know at least a little bit of programming.
Hmm.
If you are doing a manual coding, or
Hmm.
I don't know about it in details, but I think this is what he means. If you're doing a manual check,
Hmm.
then I think you might have to know at least on how to read the code. That was my understanding.
Yeah, it helps for sure. It helps to an extent, but many people think they need to know in-depth coding. That's not true.
Okay,
Okay.
just made it clear. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
So what is that friend like? What is their job role?
No, he's doing on a blue team. Technically, he's on a defense team.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
I don't know if he's working as an AppSec or not, but definitely he's not working on application. I think probably he's in network defense.
Hmm.
I believe so.
Okay. Okay. Network defense. Oh, okay. Maybe on the SOC side, blue team.
Yes, I know for sure he's in a blue team, but I don't know the details of his job.
No problem. Okay. Okay. That is about the SAST. Once the code is done, what is the next step? Second thing. So the second thing is dev environment. In the dev environment, you are doing SAST. Let us say you got into QA environment, you are doing DAST. DAST means dynamic application security testing. When the application is in the runtime environment, what kind of security checks need to be taken place? That is DAST, dynamic application security testing. That is
So
the,
in dev, you do the static one.
yeah, the static one. And in the DAST, in the queue, in the dev also sometimes you will do both SAST and DAST. It's only an environment, right? So the readiness of the product to be a runtime,
Okay.
you are getting it. So runtime means you are executing the code. Make sense?
Yes.
That is what differentiates between dev and QA, SAST and DAST. Okay, that is day one QA, which is SAST and test. Now, after that is done, you will have other steps like SOC will come later. So once the application is after QA and is done, it is going into production, PROD. Once it is in the production, whatever the live attempts that are coming at the application, that will form as a SOC team.
Okay.
Okay. So let me clear the screen once. Yeah. So in this course, we are going to begin with networking basics, cyber security basics, then we have OWASP top 10, OWASP top 10, which is actually the web application security, and then labs. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. Is it making sense? My pace and the way of
Yes, it's
explanation, it is
perfect. Yes, it's
perfect.
perfect too.
Okay. Now let me give you a scenario. Okay. We have a bank. Okay. We have a bank. It's a physical bank, like where it's not like an online bank. It's a physical bank. Can you tell me if there is a robber, okay, thief, what does he do to attack the bank or steal money from the bank?
You have to walk into the bank
Okay.
first
Mm-hmm.
and probably have weapons or anything to threat
Mm-hmm.
the people inside. And probably he might have to check the cameras and he might have to cover himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Okay.
has and he has to go into the vault to get the money or probably I don't know from the cashiers.
You are going one step deep. So can you tell me what kind of information does the thief will be interested in before he breaks into the bank?
Uh he's gonna check where the security cameras are
Mm-hmm.
and how many employees are inside, what kind of security the bank has.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the first few steps that he might need to check.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What are the things that the person who is a thief will be interested in after robbing the bank? What he might think. Let us say the robbery happened. He
How
went
to
into the
live
spot.
safely
Uh-huh. Okay.
and
And
how
then
to spend the money probably.
no, 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 no. No, think. There is one point which you're missing. So he robbed the bank. He went inside. He went into the cash room. He basically robbed the bank. Now, what is his first priority?
Um, how to live safely is the first one
What do you mean safely? Leave safely. What do you mean by that?
without getting involved with the cops
How?
or the
How?
police.
Elaborate on that. Elaborate.
Uh, You might want to check on how early or how soon
Hmm.
the cops are coming after the bank triggered the security.
Hmm. No, let us say there is no trigger of security. Then what is his thing? What he wants to do then? Let us the alarm did not go off.
Uh, I don't know, I'm out of ideas.
Doesn't he want to remove his tracks? Doesn't he want to remove his evidence?
Yeah. Uh,
That is called
but
as, yeah, tell me.
what kind of evidences would he leave?
CCTV cameras.
Okay, that makes sense.
So the information gathering that he was doing, don't you think he would gather the information about CCTV cameras as well?
Yes.
Now, what parameters would he be considering before deciding which bank to rob? Let us say there are five banks in the city. How will he, what makes him decide on which bank he want to rob?
Uh, the first one is which has less security,
Mm-hmm.
probably less traffic,
Mm-hmm.
human traffic, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, less security cameras, probably.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the vulnerable ones, I mean, that makes them vulnerable anyways, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, now understand, you are robbing a bank online.
Okay.
What is the information you want to gather? Just think once. You are using a bank account every day, you are getting salary. So if you are a hacker of that bank, how will you think? Same things, right? The security.
Yes.
How can I break in? How can I get out? What can I take away? Yes or no?
Yes.
The same thing. Now tell me, if I'm robbing the bank, which is the first team who will detect? Who will detect me?
Uh, the
I
bank
gave you,
security team.
no, no, no. Just revisit the same diagram I gave you just a while ago. Audit, application security, cloud security, network security, SOC. Which team will know me first? Just think.
Either it's the application security or the network security.
No. Where did I use the word monitoring?
The SOC.
Yes. Application security does not monitor, by the way. It might monitor in some cases, but then it will not be live active interaction. Okay.
Okay. But the
Mhm.
foundation of all these is the network, right? The gateway.
Yes.
So network doesn't get detected first,
No.
or okay,
SOC will monitor network also.
okay, okay.
The pure network security is different. When you test a network, what happens is you will be testing whether the network is having the safeguards or not. It will not be monitoring the network.
Okay.
Network security is different. But monitoring a network is also different. Make sense?
Yes.
The process where the like the person who robs and the thief who robs basically, the process is called as the first stage in that process is called as information gathering, or there is another term which is called as reconnaissance. Information gathering or reconnaissance is a terminology which is used when a particular hacker or an adversary gathers the information about the target. Okay.
Okay.
Without reconnaissance, no attack will be successful. Why? Because you will not learn about the target. You will not be exploring about the target. All you will be doing is trying to explore. That will not work. Let me see if I can hack. That will not work. You need to gather as much as information about the target because you want your attack to be successful. Okay. That's where the information gathering comes into the picture. Now let us say the bank has few things. Number one, the bank has something which is called as a security guard at the gate. The bank has something which is called as a CCTV cameras. The bank has a lock to the strong room where there is cash, gold, and everything, diamonds, and everything. Now, this is the information that the thief has gathered.
Yes.
Now, how will you overcome that? You tell me, like in a cinematic view. For example, the same bank. I told you three things. One is security guard, and another one is CCTV cameras. Third one is lock. Tell me, how will you overcome them as a thief?
Um,
So the security guard, you have to kill him, right? Or you need to take him into custody. Okay. CCTV cameras, you can hack the CCTV cameras and turn off the CCTV cameras. And the strong room, you will be able to blackmail the manager of the bank and get the keys for strong room. Correct?
yeah, that's possible.
But what happens online? In physical world, you are doing all these things is fine. Let us say I'm opening ICICI Bank account, ICICI Bank website. Now I don't have a security guard with a gun. I don't have a CCTV camera. I don't have a lock. How does my architecture differ? That is assignment for you, Biruk. Okay.
Okay,
You want to take down the assignment? Shall I narrate?
can take a note.
Yeah. Can I narrate?
Yeah, you can tell me now.
Yeah. Consider an online banking platform like ICICI Bank. Consider an
Okay,
online banking platform like ICICI Bank.
okay,
What are the primary defenses? Number one. What are the primary defenses against the hacker? What are the primary defenses against the hacker?
okay.
What are the different methods that the hacker can break into the website?
Okay.
What and how? What and how will the security team of ICICI Bank know that a hacking attempt is happening? What and how does the security team at ICICI Bank know that attack is happening? Next, fourth point. What are the elements of interest? What are the elements of interest for the hacker? What are the elements of interest for the hacker when doing information gathering about the website? What are some of the tools that the hacker may use? Next point. Clear?
Yeah.
You need to prepare a Word document on this. Okay.
Okay.
And name it as assignment number one with the date. Write down one another point. What are some of the post hacking actions? What are some of the post hacking actions taken by the hacker?
Post what?
Post hacking actions. What are some of the post-hacking actions taken by the hacker? Can you read me whatever you have written?
So consider an online banking platform
Mm-hmm.
of any bank.
Mm-hmm.
And the first point being, what are the primary defense against the hacker?
Okay.
And the second one is what are the hacker oh to break into the website.
Mm-hmm.
The third one is what and how will the bank security learn to know that an attack is happening?
Okay.
And the fourth one is what are the elements of interest for the
Mm-hmm.
hacker when
Mm-hmm.
during information gathering about the website?
Mm-hmm.
And what are some of the tools the hacker may use? And
Mm-hmm.
what are some of the post-hacking actions taken by the hacker?
Okay. Okay. Write down, like, not part of this assignment. Just put an arrow mark and write down below. What is the outcome of this activity? What is the outcome of this activity as a security engineer? And what am I going to learn about this? Like from this. What am I going to learn from this? Okay. You should be able to define. I'm going to define that to you tomorrow. Okay. At the same time, you should also be able to define that every single day. If you are spending
Okay.
1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours with me, how far have you gone ahead compared to yesterday? What are those things that you learned newly? That should mark a difference, correct?
Yes, sure.
That you should be conscious about. Like consciously, you should be able to say, these are the things that I learned, and these are the things that I'm going to improve. Okay? Just give me 1 minute, I'll just be back, Biruk.
Okay.
Yeah, Biruk. Did it give you
Yes.
clarity today's session
Yes, it did.
and the task?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So how you have to look at the task basically? This is the bank website. Okay. This is the website. This is internet. Hacker is here. Goes to the internet. Contacts the bank. Bank will respond through the internet to the hacker. Now you need to imagine all the questions. What is the information that this guy want from this website? For example, what are the technologies being used? What are the different libraries that may be used? What are the different things that may be used? How the website is built? What might be the loopholes? What might be the weak points? What might be the technical glitches that might be there?
But I don't know anything about the technologies.
No, you don't have to. Like just do two things. Okay. Number one, research on Google. Okay.
Okay.
Just try to get the answers to my questions. You don't have to get into the deep tech details. Okay. Second, try to ask the same questions that I gave you to ChatGPT. You use ChatGPT,
Yes.
that is also good. That will give you the generalization, general idea.
Okay.
Okay, that should be the way forward.
Okay.
Ultimately, when
Makes
you
sense.
do these two things and prepare a report, and tomorrow when we discuss the report and I give my set of points, you make a final copy.
Okay.
So in interview, when they ask you, as a security engineer, let us say there is a company, tech company, and there is an attack which is happening. What are the some of the things as a security engineer or product security engineer that you will be able to do? Then you should be able to imagine the scenario. You should be visionary. You should be able to imagine the scenario. You should be the visionary. Then whatever the scenario that they're asking you, that has to go through this. That has to go through this vision. They might ask you about a bank. They might ask you about e-commerce website. They might ask you about a hospital. They might ask you about the government, so on and so forth. Okay. But how will you imagine the scenario? That is through the questions that I gave you. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. That is the questions through which you should be able to imagine.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. Any questions?
Uh, Nothing at the moment.
How did you feel about today?
It feels interesting. uh, I would say interesting.